Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Savage Girl Prayer. Today, we are going to be doing some Q&As. This is the first time maybe y'all seen me and Jak do a YouTube video together, but we're going to get all into these questions. I'm so excited to just kind of share the experience with you all, and let's just jump right into it. And I first want to let y'all know we did not plan the white shirts. We didn't do it. We did not plan it. But we can get into the questions. So you want me to go first, Jak, or?
Yeah.
Okay. How old are you?
That's the first question. I know. Well, me and Raven are both 24.
We are?
How old are you? How old are you?
Like, I be lying to people, telling people I'm 32, 36.
Raven have people believing she's 37 all the time. I just don't get how they believe it. It doesn't make sense. But me and Raven are both 24 years old. We're young Black women. And I'm not going to skip questions because I wanted to kind of go into why we created Savage Girl Prayer, but I'm going to wait.
Well, we're going to wait. Okay. So the next question, I feel like we're going to try not to go super fast, but it's going to be fast because it's just all the questions kind of tie into each other. So they kind of flow. Where are you located? So I guess I'll go first. I'm in DC, or I'm in the DMV. So sometimes I'm in DC and sometimes I'm in Maryland. And then Virginia is up the street, but I'm in the DMV. I just moved here, but I'm originally from, I would say Memphis, but I'm not. From a little county outside of Memphis, Tennessee.
What is it called?
It's called Fayette County.
Fayette County.
And that's out of Fayette County. It's FC. Okay.
Fayette County. When I tell y'all Fayette County,
don't do too much because a lot of our followers are from Fayette County.
Okay. I love y'all though. I love y'all. But I'm located in Dallas. I know y'all always wonder, how do me and Raven do content? How we make it function in two different states? And y'all, we are literally all the way across the world from each other. So yeah, that's where we're from. I mean, that's where we live and from, I guess, right?
Yeah, because I put from too, because I forgot you're in the area where you always stayed.
I guess that leads to the next question. How did me and Raven meet? So I just want to say, when I first met Raven, she was kind of pushy, she really wanted to be my friend. And I was like,
whoa. Girl, bye.
On a serious note, I met Raven in college. We were both biology majors, but we did not speak to each other. This is my side. Raven was bougie and she left. So later on, we became line sisters and we've been tight ever since.
Yes. It's like that awkward moment before you become line sisters that you kind of know who's interested too. And so you let me just go over there and talk to her. Let me just go ahead and be cool with her because she might be my LS, wishful thinking. So yeah, it was so funny. I'm just getting this story out because I think it's the funniest thing in the world. I used to be Jak seems like a really cool girl, but she's so invested, right? And so what I mean by that, if y'all ever see somebody at a party, I'm telling you, a full-blown party with their biology books,
Raven,
work and just study, that shit kind of.
First off,
why she always bringing her books with her? Sis, take a break.
First off, y'all, I never brought my book to a party. First of all, okay. Raven would host parties at her house and I would have homework that was due. So I would bring my books. But for the record, okay.
Okay, yeah, the same thing though, but okay. You just let them know that it was at my house, but it's the same story. So okay.
I mean, when I just want to say this, when I met Raven, she was cool. I loved her, but Raven used to come and Raven's type of person. She will ask all these questions to try to figure you out and to try to get you to say stuff. And so she would be like, so Jak, like, she'll just ask me questions about Delta and like all this other stuff. And I'm like, is she the ops?
Kind of snitch.
But I just figured out, Raven that's just how she talks. She just want to get to know you. So I mess with the vibes.
Mess with the vibes. Okay, so the next question is, how did Savage Girl Prayer begin?
Ooh.
So this question is like so loaded, right? We, like I said, we're line sisters. We have another line sister who, if you're like an OG Savage Girl Prayer, then you know our girl, Ariane Hines. Let me make sure I tell you that it's not Ariane, it's Ariane. Shout out to Ariane, that's our girl. And we were like, dang, like what happened? Like, did something, it was COVID, right?
COVID, no job.
No job.
You just moved to DC?
No, I didn't move though.
Not yet?
I was wanting to move.
Okay, you was wanting to move to DC. So much anxiety there.
Yeah.
I had no job. I was looking for a job. And I think Ari had to leave school early and go back home because of COVID. So y'all, major life changes. Okay, Raven, sorry, finish your side of the story.
No, I don't even know. Like, it was so much going on. Like, think about it, like it was 3 people's story. Like, we all were just fed up. We weren't hearing from God. Well, we felt like we were. We were trying to rush him. And we had like unanswered questions. Like, we were just like, y'all, Jak would call all the time and be like, I didn't. She feel like she didn't know like what the next thing, because like we were done with school. So like, and I think like a lot of college students like have this problem. Like, you're done with school. What's the next thing? Like, what do you do after that? So it was like, Ari was like, we should just pray together sometimes. And we was like, okay, Jak being Jak, everything needs to be organized. Okay, and we need to pray at this time, schedule this time. We need to do it on Zoom. We need to call each other. And let's stick to the time. Like, she was like really structured with the prayer. And I guess, yeah, that's just what it was. So we just started praying. And then we was just like, y'all, this is too good for us to just be keeping this between us 3. Like, we should totally try to share this with the world, right?
And don't let Raven downplay it, because it was her idea to first share it with the world. She was like, we creating a safe space for women to be able to come together and be vulnerable, to talk about problems, to pray to God and just not be judged. How about we, make it local, share it with a few people, Then a few people came to Instagram, and then we were like, we need a name. And I was like, first off, ain't no Sister Mary's, ain't no first generation Baptist church missionary. No. I was like, y'all, we need a dope name. Yeah. And so I think Raven and Ari, because them 2 right there, okay.
Ari was like, she is so poetic. Like, she be coming up with like everything is like deep thought with her. I can't even remember who came up with the name.
I don't know, but as soon as it was told, it stuck. Then that's when Savage by Meg was out. We was hot girls, because I think we were gonna do something with it.
Yes, we're hot girls, not hot girls. So
okay, right hand on the Bible. So then Savage came out, and we were like playing the instrumental before every single prayer.
Right? Before every prayer, B.
If y'all know,
y'all was back in the day with the Zoom calls, like y'all know.
Yes. Then we went to IG Live, and then that's how Lit Christian Women was created.
Yes. Wow. Such a little history moment.
Yeah, y'all. It's so deep, but if y'all want like a specific video just based on the origin of Savage Girl Prayer, we can go all day. We can go toe to toe. Just let us know.
Not you trying to rhyme. Yeah, so like that was a good, yeah. I think y'all should like request, because I'm not gonna do it if y'all not gonna, I'm not making no videos for y'all not to be watching. So if y'all want to see like an in-depth, like why we started, what was going on in our lives, like for real, we might even like bring Ari back as a guest just so like she can, tell her side. That'll be really cool.
That will be so dope.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay. Request it in the comment section below.
Period.
So the next question is, I want to say, based off of, where you was when you started or when we started Savage Girl Prayer to now, where are you in your walk with Christ? And how has that transition been since day one?
Isn't it like your turn to like?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. It's my turn. So,
it's juicy, right?
Yeah. If I could be completely honest with y'all, I'm like a dope fiend. Okay. I relapse. So in the beginning, like Raven told y'all, I'm like, what am I going to do? Where am I going to go? Like, I'm just an emotional wreck. And God started putting things together. And I'm like, you know what, God, I can trust you, I can trust you. And so I feel like I continue to go through those things to where like my walk is not perfect. And sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm giving it to you. And then I turn around and I freak out about it. So I want to say that I am still a work in progress.
Yes.
I still get bored with certain sermons. I still get bored with certain preachers. Okay, I'm so sorry, but I do, and I'm still trying to figure out. I don't really have a home church. I listen to Transformation Church the most. That's why I pay my tithes to. But I don't really have a pastor I go sit in front of. I just know that I enjoy sharing this experience with y'all as I grow. And that's what helps me the most, honestly, this community. So right now I'm still a work in progress. I think that I could trust and relax a little more and not try to be in control. But I do know that I am not perfect, y'all.
I mean, shout out to the work in progress people. Like, shout out to us, because I think that what makes you the perfect Christian. Honestly, I think that what makes you the perfect person, because when you're like a work in progress, you still have that level of vulnerability that God needs, right? Like, because if you're perfect, like you have no room for him. So I feel like the work in progress people, which I'm included, like we the ish, like we the stuff. I think it's like the same thing for me. I think it's a little different. I like Shalonda, Jakai's mom, always tell us like we're in different places. I love Shalonda, mama. So she always tells us like it's good. We have a great balance in Savage Girl Prayer, because like Jak, she wasn't raised in church, and then I was raised in church my whole PK. And so it's just kind of like, it's so crazy how like we still have the same issues, we still have the same problems. And we can give each other different advice even though we have the same issues, we can give each other different advice that will help each other. So like for me, I guess I would say then I was just more like, I thought I knew God, and I thought I was like, okay, I thought I was like in an okay place. But then like when I really was serious and I wanted to give SGP more and then wanted to connect with God more, I realized like I was really more of a wreck than I thought I was. Like I got some bad trust issues and like it went over to God. Like I just didn't trust God the way I thought I did. So like I would trust God. I would say I put it in your hands, but I've already made my decision before.
Yeah.
I asked him. So I think that that's like what I'm working on now, is being able to say it is his decision. Stop thinking about it. Move on.
Let it
And
go.
that's the hardest thing ever, right? Like, because I have trust issues here and then control freak. And those two things and putting things into God's hands do not work. So like I have to like let go of things. So I guess that's where I am right now, just being able to like release.
And this is so crazy because when I come to you, you tell me, Jak, relax. God got it. When you come to me, I tell you the same thing, but I can't take my own advice.
Cannot take, but it's always so good to just like have those friends that just be like, didn't you just talk? This is like how I feel like we are. Well, you kind of just said on SGP the other day, Raven, you should trust God more. I mean, like, don't you think, we should do that? And then you're like, hey, I can't be out here talking stuff and not walking it. And then, yeah, that's what kind of friends we are.
That's one thing we appreciate about Savage Girl Prayer. Like, y'all, honestly, y'all help us a lot more than y'all think. Like, y'all keep us accountable. Like, it's times where me and Raven just like, I don't feel like doing it. Like, I don't, but we have to, because we don't want to let y'all down. And at the end of the day, it's helping us with our walk. And it's just, I appreciate y'all so much, so much.
Y'all are accountability partners, for real.
For real.
So the next question is, what adversities does SGP face on a daily? So we face a lot of adversities. Like, one thing for sure is being able to be consistent, right? And I think like a lot of maybe spiritual influencers or Christian influencers probably have this issue that people don't understand, that we go through our issues too. Like, we have a real life too outside of, Savage Girl Prayer. So, anything can happen. And we've had, and I call Jakaya my family. So whenever something's going on in Jakaya's home, it's going in my home, vice versa. So, like, we've faced a lot of things this year alone. And when I say this year, I mean like it was January, dang near the next month.
Exactly.
And we had to be like, dang, we still have to continue. But then it was just like it was a crazy place. It was a crazy moment, right? So it's just like, I think that's like one of our biggest adversities. Like, you want to continue to influence, but then I get like imposter syndrome a little bit. Like, am I even, I'm going through too much. I don't need to even be in front of a camera talking to anybody else about their life and helping them. I need some help. But that's not what God put me in to do, right? So he's not telling me that I have to be perfect in front of y'all. But that's just, I don't know. That's a lot of answers, but I just feel like that's our biggest adversity.
No, I agree, because that's the first thing that came in my mind. Those times when Raven is going through something, I'm going through something. And a lot of times, if I'm going through something and I just cannot do it, and I'm like, Raven, I just don't have it in me to uplift others right now. I don't have it in me to just even pray, like to even fast. And Raven will pick up the slack and vice versa. But those times when we both need that break, like Raven said, we go through things together, and something happened in Raven life, I feel it, and vice versa. So it's kind of hard to just continue when you both are feeling the same pain. And you like, who gonna sacrifice?
Who's gonna sacrifice? And how do you even ask someone to sacrifice?
Exactly, because it feels like so much, because you understand, like, being my best friend, I know, like, baby, it ain't easy. And she know too. So I don't know how we do it. I honestly do not know, but I would say that's one of the biggest challenges, for real. For real.
Because it's no amount of planning that can happen. You can't plan for everything. We planned the entire year out, but we still, we literally planned the entire year out and we still had issues. So, and then we're learning different things. And then Instagram is changing. We try to integrate. We're doing 3 different social medias: Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, which is extremely hard.
And the website.
And the website. And trying to incorporate it. Honestly, we probably did a horrible job of the website. So, like, I don't know. Maybe y'all can go in there and tell us. It's just Savage
Girl, it's cute. It's cute. Look, go check it out. SavageGirlPrayer.com. Go check
it out. So yeah, that's what I think we deal with on the daily.
Oh goodness, that one was a lot.
Yeah.
So okay, you move fast. I see you.
No, you moving fast. Oh, you saw me moving. I'm over there like, okay, next question.
So the next question is, which kind of backed off a little bit of the last question. How does Raven and Jak how does Savage Girl Prayer run smoothly with Raven and Jak being in different places? First of all, let's exit out smooth.
I'm just like, get rid of that word. I don't know who used that adjective. Get it out.
It shouldn't have been there.
Right. That adverb is, no, it's not.
But Raven and I create schedules. Even though we're not the best at following them, we do have schedules because that's the only way I'm able to process things. So we have schedules and we just try to communicate. Like our text and voice memos are crazy. Mind you, we are in 2 different time zones. So Raven's an early bird, I'm a late bird.
She's a late as freak, like person. Like, why are you up at 2 a.m? Why? Yes. No one's open.
So it's a lot of sending voice memos at 12 at night. Raven sending me at 7 a.m. Okay, Jak, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? What do you think about this? And I wake up like, okay, Raven, let me listen. But we just try to do the best that we can. We have issues when we really want to give y'all content together. And we can't because we're in 2 different states. So hence, that's why we're doing this. Yeah. Shout out to Mouthful TV.
Yes, Mouthful.
But it's difficult.
It's very difficult. I mean, it's like, even like some of the ideas that we have coming up, or the projects, I'll say it's like past ideas, but like the projects that we have coming up, we're still like, it's not about the creating. I mean, it's not about we feel like the task is going to be too hard in itself, but trying to make it work for 2 different states. So
yeah, that's exactly what it is.
It doesn't run smoothly, but I'm glad that y'all think it does, but it doesn't.
I'm just glad I have a partner who down to ride through whatever, literally.
I think that's the biggest thing, like having somebody, like, I know that if I can't, Jak can, or she'll find out how, like, and it's like both ways, like, and then I feel like we can feel each other's energy sometimes. Like, I can tell when Jak is just not feeling it. Like, if I call Jak and be like, okay, okay, now it's time to do our thing, how you want to do it? If she take a long, deep breath, I'm like, she not feeling it. Let me just kind of pick up, or she takes me back in a while. I know, like, she's super overthinking. I'm just like, oh, well, you know what? I could just do this, because, and then she does the same thing. So, like, I know sometimes I'm supposed to post things and then I would get so busy. Then I end up seeing it on the thing. I'm like, dang, I was supposed to post it. I was supposed to post that, but she just already do it. And she doesn't do it with the attitude of like, let me just do this. She'll never do her job. She just do it because she know, like, we just know how busy it can be, I think probably maybe in the first beginning, we used to be like really on it. But then, like, as time goes, we was like, she really low-key could be tired. So, yeah.
Yes, mind you, our daily schedules, we both work. We both have other side hustles.
Lots of
making time for ourselves is very difficult, but we love what we do.
Yeah, we do. So the next question is, any advice for young entrepreneurs?
I would say, like Raven said, something about get you a strong support system. Or if you go into a business with somebody, make sure you have a partner who's willing to ride, who's willing to, like Raven said, figure it out. It takes a lot of research, a lot of things we've tried that went well, that didn't go well, or that took too much time. And we was like, hold on, we can find an easier way. But just having that time to actually research, and somebody who's willing to go the extra mile behind you, who's willing to have your back and to pick up the slack when you just can't. And like Raven said, not be upset. To be understanding. I know, like, at first I was definitely a driller, right? Raven, like, now she'll message me and be like, okay, I need some accountability, hold me accountable. And I'm like, girl, you're doing a good job. But before then, I felt like I was just too straightforward and just like drilling. We gotta do this, we gotta do that. Yeah. And it was like, girl, relax.
But it was like needed though. Honestly, at the beginning, we would not be where we were if, and she's really not gonna take this in as a compliment because she can't take compliments. But if it wasn't for her, like, if it wasn't for her being on us, it's because it was 3 at first. So if it wasn't for her being on us as much, I don't think we would have grown the way we did, because honestly see like other organizations and social medias who like died after the first 4 months. We've literally lasted a year and we've made a lot of progress in a year. So just like seeing that, like, we wouldn't be where we are if we didn't have someone like drilling us down. And then I think also, like, with the advice as a young entrepreneur, be okay with your ideas not being good. Like, be okay with it. You cannot have a like, I'd be so hyped on things. Like, I'd be like, dang, we could do this, we could do that. And Jack be like, okay, well, let's just think about it. That's her first. Okay, let's think about it. And then we break it down, like, maybe I don't want to do that no more. I mean, like, I don't want to do it no more. It don't sound good. But you have to be okay with like criticism. You have to be okay with like changing, compromising. Like, it's not about you anymore. Like, it's almost dang near like a marriage. It's dang near like a marriage. Like, you have to be okay with like, I don't want to do that, but if you will let me do this for you to do that, then okay. And so like, it's dang near like a marriage. But I would say definitely just make sure that you really get to know the person that you're going into business with. Just because they're your friend doesn't mean they're good to go into business with. Just because you're a family member doesn't mean they're good to go in business with. Like, and I just think, last thing I think is just one thing that you want in a business partner: a multitasker. They're not a multitasker, don't go into business with them.
Bro, because this girl right here will have 50 tabs open and
no, this girl right here got notes with a to-do list from, like, she has like a million things on her to-do list. Let me tell y'all this short story. Jack, when Jack was president of Delta Sigma Theta Alpha Epsilon, okay, shout out to y'all, AY. When she was the president, I happened to be like in the car with her when she was getting some new tasks to do for the thing.
Nosy.
And I happened to look over at her phone, and it's just like a little glance. And she's like, okay. And she's like, okay, let me add this to the to-do list. So I just look over there. She's like scrolling, y'all, scrolling. I'm like, when is the end of this to-do? What the world? Like, and she added it. I'm just like, wow.
And this is Raven. What do you need me to do? Send it to me.
I just get sick and tired of, like, I was like, just tell me what to do.
But okay, I want to say one more thing for when Raven said you have to be okay with your ideas not being likable or preferred. Yeah. You also have to have patience. So when somebody does not really understand your vision, you cannot get frustrated. Yeah. Because I can get excited and I get to rambling to Raven, like typing like retarded. And she's like, what are you talking about?
I'm also a little slow, y'all. Take me a minute.
And I go back and read my message and I'm like, bro, this does not make sense. And then so I voice memo her and I just be so, I just don't know.
I can feel you pacing in your voice memos. Like, okay, and then we go. I can just see you do it.
And I don't be knowing how to word it all the time, but just having patience. You have to have patience, and you also have to have patience enough to explain to somebody if it's something that you really want to implement. Just break it down to them so that they're able to understand it. Your business partner.
Yeah. Just
patience
all together.
Yeah, and if she say no, she say no. At the end of the day,
that's like, hey, maybe bring it up in a year or two.
Okay.
Let's table that. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So we got a question about what our thoughts are on mental health.
Our thoughts on mental health. Is it my turn or your turn?
I think it's my turn.
Okay.
So we are firm believers in taking the time that you need, not allowing for outside forces to tear you down. If you need a break, if you need a day, if you need some time to regroup, don't be overwhelmed. Don't stress yourself out. Take exactly what you need and don't explain it to nobody.
Right.
Mental health is very serious. People have lost their lives over it. People are thinking about losing their lives over it. And we've been surrounded by so much of that, to where it's kind of like, put yourself first. It's okay to tell people no. It's okay to literally create time for yourself outside of your daily life routine. And that's just where we stand on it. If Raven comes to me any day and say, I can't do it today, okay. It's not, come on, push through, let's do it. No. Take the time that you need in order so that you can be better for yourself.
Yeah, I was listening to like this podcast and also just talking to people at work. Like people were saying, we're raising a generation that's going to be lazy and not going to want to do anything. But honestly, I think I can see it both ways. But I really feel like on a positive note, we're raising a generation that really cares about themselves first, right? Because corporate America don't care. Like at the end of the day, I remember one time I was in a job and they were like, I got into a wreck, but they wanted me still to come work the next day because I didn't go to the hospital. But I'm like,
how?
Maybe I'm shocked. Like, can I stay home?
How do you gonna get there?
Right. Like people don't care. At the end of the day, people don't care. So you need to care for yourself first. Like I remember like holding the weight I used to hold the weight of the world on my shoulders. I hope that's the same.
She still do.
Yeah, I still do sometimes. Thank you for being accountable. Anyway, I did, but it was like much heavier before. And like I used to not be able to say no. And it's still hard for me to say no. But now I'm more likely not to answer the phone and I use do not disturb it now. So I feel like I put a lot of mental health a little easier. But I don't like when people overuse the word crazy. And I don't like people using depression for everything as well. I think that we need to stop bottling things up in like one class or one, I guess, I don't know, label. Yeah. And really kind of figuring out like, what's the issue? Is it really depression, or maybe you're just hurt about something? Or is it really like depression, or is it anxiety? Like, what is it? And I really feel like it's therapy and counseling. Get it?
Top two and not two.
Right. Even if you don't feel like nothing's wrong with you, you still should get it.
It's just good to kind of have somebody to talk to that don't know the people in your life. They just are listening to you in the situation, and they're able to give you feedback on strictly what you tell them. Now, it's not going to help if you go tell one side of the story.
Yes.
But it's just good to have somebody who's not biased.
We're not going to shame you tomorrow.
Yes. But like Raven said, we are definitely the F that job generation. Okay. And we won't
job quick in a hurry.
Mm-hmm.
You will not see me at 50 at a job and I didn't like it the whole time. Like, I'm not.
Okay.
Sorry. That's the last thing I got to say.
For real. What's our next question?
So, how can you incorporate God, prayer, and Bible study in a busy lifestyle? And we've been talking about how busy our lifestyle is. So, I think, y'all, will I sit up here and lie to y'all on this thing? No. This is the most challenging thing I've ever did. But I have learned to like be a smart multitasker. So like not overwhelm myself, but like get things done. So if I'm at the nail shop and I'm relaxing, let's pull out the app. Or maybe I'll read a faith-driven book or something. Mm-hmm. Or if I'm like watching TV, or I'm on YouTube, I'm like, okay, I'm cooking right now. Let me just put on like a real good inspirational, thing going on. Maybe put Sarah Jake Roberts. She's been my girl lately. So I'll put her on, of course, Transformation Church. So like, I'll just put something on real quick or put some gospel music on. Some mornings I'll be like, okay, I need to get ready. Let me get into so I'll be finna put the, R&B on. I ain't even gonna lie. I be put the hot girl playlist on, but then I'll be like, you know what? Let me just give God some glory. let me just give him some glory right now. So I'll do that. So just finding like opportunities in your life, like the car, it's a good time to be praying, you know, besides every Monday morning with us. Period. So I think it's just like, I think you should just use a day where you just like making mental notes like, dang, this would have been a good time to do this. This would have been a good time. And then like incorporating after that.
Yeah, I agree with Raven 100% because I definitely have to be a smart multitasker too. And sometimes, or a lot of the times, I catch my sermons on a treadmill. Like for instance, yesterday, it wasn't even Sunday, and I had to watch my Sunday sermon, but I was on the treadmill for about 20 minutes, and it's just like, why not? And in a way, it was motivating also to help me to continue because I wanted to stop so bad.
Yeah.
I didn't. But yes, multitasking. Shower when I'm in a shower. Some mornings I get up and I'm like, nah, fam, I'm sorry. I'm gonna need me some Boosie and some Webby on. But then some mornings I'm like, I need some Kirk Franklin, you know, get me right. But yes, cleaning, showering, working out, cooking.
Yeah.
I just play it when I'm doing things and I'm like, oh, that was good. And then I sometimes go to my notes like, oh, let me put that Savage Girl prayer.
I'm sure it is.
But yeah, the key is honestly, like Raven said, don't think that you're the perfect Christian. And those times when you do get off track, still find ways to implement God in your routine. Regardless, if it's changing a little bit, that's fine. If you stop for a week, that's fine. But as long as you pick it back up, that shows God that you are for him.
Yeah, I agree. Just figure it out for you. I always see like the get ready with me or morning routines and people be like, okay, I gotta be just like that. Like, no, they're just kind of giving you their style and just to motivate you to come up with your style. So just come up with your own style. Honestly.
Definitely. Okay, we're almost done. Wow. So the next question is, how do you remain consistent and godly while still enjoying your youth as a hot girl? Oh, let me go. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're able to tell you. We be outside.
Period.
But we also created this space for other young women to know that you can still enjoy your youth. You can still do things that your peers are doing. However, your walk with God is your walk with God, and nobody should be looking in on what you're doing. God is gonna slap their wrist. Not your homegirl, not Sister Mary at the front of the church. That's not for them to determine. But we still enjoy ourselves. I still enjoy myself. I know y'all might see a few things on my Instagram story or things like that, but it's just showing you that I do make mistakes. However, and I'm not the perfect Christian, but I will just strive to be better, you know?
Yeah, I believe the same thing. Like, you know, first of all, I think I talked about this in one of our Tuesday talks, like, you're not going to go to hell for eating pork.
Yeah.
You know, like your sins are already forgiven and you're going to go to hell for unbelief. You know what I'm saying? So like, you need to be more focused on your time with God, you being able to have those experiences with him rather than, I just feel like you shouldn't, I feel like we've built a culture in church where we're like so focused on what you're going to go to hell for versus like how we can get to heaven. You know, like just not focusing on those negatives, right? And just like not even focusing on heaven or hell, just man, how can I be loyal to a person who died for me? Like I'm not focused on like, dang, how can I invest in Jak so she can give me $1 million when we grow up? Like I'm invested in Jak because Jak cares about me and I want to show her that I care as much about, you know, like I enjoy the way she cares for me. Mm-hmm. So I enjoy my youth. Okay. I'm mindful. I think I'm a little more reserved just because of my childhood. I'm a little scared, but other than that, I just feel like enjoy yourself. What you wearing? I'm not telling you to be out here naked, but if you cropped, I mean, it's just you. It's like, it's you, you know, like just have fun, you know, be mindful and understand what your fun is, right? We're not telling you to go smoke dope, and we're not telling you to go smoke crack or anything like that. Like, that's not enjoying your youth. You definitely need to make some great decisions in life.
Yes.
Right? Like, you can go have fun at a party without being the one who's slung over, crawling out of the event, you know? Mm-hmm. So just, it's balance. You know you're right from wrong. You know your convictions. Mm-hmm. So that's what you should be focused on.
Yes. And one thing I am going to say before we go to the next question is I kind of learned over time, you know how, like you said, before or just period, our culture always says what we're going to hell for, right? Yeah. And the minute somebody passes away, regardless of who they were, what they did, they know he in a better place. They know she in a better place. So that kind of helped me sleep at night, because I'm like, these people will say you go to hell for this, go to hell for that, but then heaven is so crowded.
Right.
And I know that I was like, well, hold on now. The math ain't mathing.
The math is not adding up.
It's not.
Like, this dude then raped 50 women, killed 20 grandmamas, and y'all at his funeral saying he going to heaven. So it's like the culture is just really jacked up, and focus on you and God. Like, talk to God and hear for you. Like, reach out to him and just listen for yourself.
Facts.
Yeah. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Oh. So our last question is, where do each of you see SGP in the next 5 years? Ooh, I like this question. Is it my turn to answer though?
Yep.
But whoever asked the question, okay, I guess it's too late to be trying to figure out that pattern. But I think I see us, like, honestly, okay, let me get y'all my look. I kind of see us, Raven. Let me look into the future. Okay, I honestly think that we are going to be, well, we're already in ministry. I don't see us being a church. I'm not telling you guys it's not what we need, but okay. I'm like, hold on, boy, praise Jesus. I definitely do see us being like an international ministry, like being able to do more community service, like having like mentors, like having a group of women like this, just like, hey, we going up for Christ, hey, like really lit, like, and just like just being more of a bigger community, but definitely being international. We do have some people who are from out of the United States, that follow us, and so I think that it'll be easier because, you know, it's 2021, social media stretches, so I think we can be an international women's ministry, traveling the world, and just helping people like build their, like, we're not trying to like save, no, well, I guess we're not trying to like be anybody's pastors, right, Jak? Do you?
Yeah, so when we talk a lot, it kind of seems like Raven said, like mentorship, like we are sisters, like we here to guide you, to learn from you. At the same time, I don't know, but
yeah, it's just like your oldest sister who dated before you, and you like go to her and ask her all the questions, and she's like, girl, I ain't married yet.
Yes. Yes, that is like, exactly that's what it is. That is exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And I'm with Raven on the vision. Yes. We definitely have to get some merch out there for y'all.
Yeah.
So y'all could be walking around like lit Christian women. Yeah. I don't want to say too much.
I don't want to say too much. That's what it is.
When she said internationally, she meant internationally and internationally.
Okay, what?
Worldwide and global wide.
Oh, okay.
Safari wide.
Safari.
Apple and Android.
Okay. Don't give them too much. Don't give them too much. If you ain't get it from them hits, that's it. It.
But mainly just continuing to grow our community and just welcome in more young women like us, not like us. We just want it all. We want to learn from y'all. We want to help y'all.
Yeah.
Every time we go to a new city or we travel, we want to know somebody from Savage Girl Prayer we can pull up on.
Yeah.
So yes, this Q&A was so much fun to film. How do you feel, Raven? Our first video together.
I feel like it's really good. Like we got to do this more. Definitely. It's hard, but
we can do it though. So first, y'all, we have to give a shout out to Mouthful TV for sponsoring this video. They have been giving us the key to the streets. This is another small Black-owned business that is just bomb. They have talk shows. They just talk about real things that's going on within the community. So make sure y'all go subscribe to them on YouTube and follow them on Instagram, Mouthful_TV, y'all. And don't forget to like this video, to comment, to subscribe. If y'all want more videos like this, please let us know in the comment section below. Also, we're so excited because we have our brunch coming up on August 21st. So all of our boss babes will be in the building, but we're going to try to vlog that for y'all. So the ones who are not local in Memphis, you'll still be able to come along and see us at the brunch. So stay tuned for that content. But we love y'all so much, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.